The Mixed Mornings and More podcast with Steph and Sean.
Now available daily.
Good morning, world.
Hey, good morning. Happy Wednesday. It's October 12th, 2022, 5:32 right now, and it's a windy Sasky out there. Sasky windy.
My goodness, is it windy? My patio lights were like doing loops. Like it was as if they were a skipping rope, not just a nice little dip in the patio light to make it look nice.
Yeah, I'm from Regina. Grew up there for 20 plus years. Woo, this is what it reminds me of right here. Just the winds are whipping you around. Walking to work this morning, Environment Canada says +1 right now. This was probably the coldest walk to work that I've had so far.
Whoa.
And the wind was just like smacking me in the face the whole time, and that's probably why.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, even yesterday I was getting out of my my truck at home and I was just like, not only is it smoky out here, but it's cold and it's windy and I'm not ready for it. Like I was like, this is the first day it's felt like fall and I'd like it to go back into the closet.
Yeah, and the smokiness too. I think the wind, like there's been fires that have been burning up in the Northwest Territories in Yukon for a good bit now, but I think with the wind kind of pushing it south and east a little bit, it's stinky and smoky out there as well on top of everything.
Yeah, and a weird kind of smoke too. Like it felt like, you know, when you have a campfire and it gets into your clothes.
Oh yeah.
And then you just fall asleep and you wake up the next morning, it's like stale smoke.
Oh.
That's how I felt the smoke smell was. Like it was just kind of strange and lingering and like I just want to take this sweater off. Ugh, it's stuck in my nose.
I know.
Ugh, it's everywhere I breathe.
I need to do a load of laundry when I get home just because.
Yeah. You ever worked in a restaurant, Sean?
I worked at McDonald's. I worked at Panago. Where else have I worked at? I think that's it.
You remember those like kind of sayings, the upcharge sayings, things that you're like, okay, I remember this. It's ingrained in my brain. I will ask the customer what they want me to.
Yeah, I think so. Like if they want it supersized or whatever?
Yeah, like, I mean, say I worked at Casey's, like a restaurant, and they would say to us, nod your head when you ask if they want gravy. You want gravy with that? Yes, I'm nodding too. I'm smiling because I love my job. Like they would have all these like sayings that you just had to kind of put into your brain.
Okay.
But the other day, I was at a fast food restaurant, and they had accidentally put out the advertisement for how the people are supposed to ask folks about the chicken fingers on the table talkers.
What's the table talkers?
It's like the little like thing that sits on the table that says like, you want to order dessert or specials. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But one side of it was a nice picture of chicken fingers, and the other side was like, if they ask for 4, make sure you ask them if they'd like to have 6 instead.
Like instructions on how to be a server?
Instructions on how to make sure you spent more money with them. They're like, if they ask for dipping sauce, make sure you say, what about your fries? And I was like, I feel like I have a very strange window into this. But the one thing I wanted it to explain and it didn't.
Yeah.
So I bought 3 chicken fingers, which is like this meal deal thing.
Okay.
And they have this new thing where they toss the chicken fingers.
Oh, yeah.
And I said like, oh, can I get them tossed?
A little saucy.
And she said, no, not unless you buy 4. And I was like, oh, okay.
It's not worth our time to just sauce 3, but if you had another one, we could maybe toss them.
Right? Like, and I didn't want to buy 4 because that took me out of the deal and I didn't get free ice cream with it. So I just had to be like, okay, I'll have the same sauce you would toss it in on the side.
On the side. Blink 182, they're back.
Oh,
Steph.
my goodness. You could not escape the excitement on socials yesterday when they announced their big tour.
Yeah, over the weekend, maybe around Friday, they started doing a bunch of mystery posters around some major cities in North America. And then yesterday was the big announcement. They've announced their biggest tour that they have ever done in their like 20, 30-year career. And it involves the 3 kind of, I'm not going to say OG, but the 3 main members, Mark Hoppus, Tom DeLonge, and Travis Barker.
Whoa!
Yep. Well, sound more excited.
Oh, sorry. What I'm excited about, I feel like when you said like their biggest tour of their careers, it feels like it's the biggest tour of any band. Like they're going to Paraguay, for goodness sake.
Something tells me you're not a big Blink fan.
Okay, I know all the small things. I don't know very many songs impressed by them. I don't know what to say. I couldn't tell if Travis Barker was not the other guy when they got replaced.
Incredible.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, this is my favorite band ever. I love Blink-182. I've seen them like 2 or 3 times live. Like, this is who I grew up on. And yeah, their tour is absolutely massive. Like, they start in 2023 in March. And then, yeah, they're just like you're saying, Paraguay. They're all over South America. And then they do the whole North America thing. They're stopping in Edmonton June 29th, by the way, at Rogers Place. Tickets go on sale on October 17th, which is next week, which is absolutely fantastic. But then they don't stop. Like, it's Europe. It's all over Europe. Any European country that you can think of. It goes all the way into 2024. They're going down to like New Zealand and Australia. It's massive. They're like 50 years old now.
Yeah, they're going to have a lot of fun, but they're also going to need to, maybe take some vitamins and really take care of themselves, because this is a big trip to be performing every night on.
Same with everyone that's going to go to the concert. We're all old now. We're not young like we used to be. We need some stretches in there. Oh, yeah. And they also have a new song coming out Friday. Amazing.
Remember those Where's Waldo books?
Yeah, so fun.
Yeah, and there's just like a sea of everything that looks kind of the same, but you're supposed to find a man in a red striped hat. And then there's like, you can find the wizard as well, and a scroll.
Yeah,
and
so
things.
simple. It was such a simple game, but it just took time, and it was like a good passerby.
Totally, and especially if they had them in like a doctor's office or somewhere where you like had time
waiting
to spare.
rooms. Oh, yeah.
Doesn't matter how old you are, you're playing Where's Waldo. The other night I felt like I was in Where's Waldo.
Oh.
And I was Waldo.
What do you mean?
I went to that preseason Oilers game.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody but me was wearing an orange jersey.
Yep, absolutely.
And not just like, oh yeah, we're all wearing Oilers jerseys. It was as if you also had to find the one that didn't have Draisaitl or McDavid written 100%. In the back. I saw one that said Kane on it, and the rest of them were all those 2 top players. And then I didn't really remember that I was supposed to dress up for the hockey game, so I was just wearing a black shirt, but I was the only one. My husband even wore orange. And I'm like looking around like, I am Waldo. I am the one person standing out like a sore thumb in this sea of orange.
Yeah, if you're trying to meet up with any friends, it'd be nice and easy to find you, I guess.
True. Look for the girl in the black t-shirt. There's only one of me. Everybody else is orange. Oh, thanks. You showed up in orange too. Great.
Yeah. I guess that is the thing with sporting events. Everyone's in the gear, and then when it comes time to find it, it's like, I'm in the orange. Damn it, I'm in the orange McDavid jersey. I don't know how you're going to find me.
I keep seeing these memes about, I was alive before Google existed.
Oh, yes.
And things like that. And I keep thinking like, oh my goodness, we used to have to go to the library if we wanted to look something up. And,
oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Like they had a computer there.
Yeah. Our bibliographies at the end of essays were all books. It wasn't just links to websites. Oh my gosh. And then I started to think like, what's going to happen in 30 years when we look back on this time? We're like, if you can believe it, we actually had to do it like this back then. Yeah,
that's a very interesting question. Just kind of float out there. My immediate thought is, what takes time right now? And what is some smart person going to come up with to consolidate that time? And so instead of an hour, it's like 5 seconds.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm like thinking. And the first thing that pops in my head is like grocery shopping, and we're already seeing it. Just with like subscription services where they get like those meal packages, like the HelloFreshes come to your door, and then you just have groceries and meals to cook, or whether you just get the grocery store themselves to deliver the grocery item or list that you prepared right to your door. I wonder if that's just going to be like the way it is. There's no more going into the store.
Very true. I mean, you have to think 50 years ago, people used to get milk delivered. My in-laws actually still have milk delivered to their house in Colorado.
People used to grab the cows and milk them themselves.
Don't say it like that. Oh my goodness. But I was thinking too about manual labor.
Oh, yeah.
Like we've got so many robots coming into play that are doing the dangerous things for us now. I'm like, I wonder if they're going to be like, I actually had to go to work and do that. I went to the Celestial Seasonings Tea Factory.
Sure.
It's in Colorado as well.
I was like, is that a local place? And I'm just out to lunch here?
No, but they literally had a robot packing the boxes of tea that you could just stand and watch this thing, being like, oh, got some orders, need a couple. And this robot would pack each specific person's online order.
Oh,
which is so crazy. But I'm like, perhaps we're not going to have even people to pack the groceries anymore. A robot is going to be like, yes, this pepper is nice and firm. I'll put this in their grocery order. Now they need some frozen peas. No problem. I'll go down the aisle and get it.
I wonder, like, storefronts, if they'll just have, like, robots running them. But then could you just, like, easily steal things?
I feel like there already are robots running our storefronts. We're just calling them self-checkout lanes.
I guess so, yeah. I guess they probably have cameras everywhere. Not like I want to steal things, but I'm just like, who's going to stop someone if someone just like goes in and does like a mass robbery and there's just like robots? Or maybe they'd have lasers on them. I don't know.
I think they'll have doors that lock. I feel like if they're trying to do a mass robbery, they'll go to leave and the robot will be like, access
you are
denied.
stealing, lock.
Yeah, you cannot go outside.
Yeah.
What do you think will be this generation's hard? Let us know, 780-791-1037. Technology has come such a long way. I mean, thinking about just 30 years ago, my parents got their first computer maybe 25 ago, and you had to use like DOS prompt if you wanted to play a game. You had to type in like a code on a black screen with white letters.
Yeah, the televisions with the rabbit ears.
Yes, and televisions that you had to get up off the couch and turn the channel that way.
Yeah,
that was probably
3 channels.
50
You
years
got
ago.
the CBC, something and something else.
Yeah. I'm thinking about like, what is this generation's hard? What's going to happen in 30 years? We're going to look back on and be like, can you imagine in the 2020s, we actually had to do that by hand?
Yeah, Tom Ritchie reached out 780-791-1037. Standard vehicles. I could definitely see this 30 years from now, someone looking at like a standard and being like, what's this thing in the middle? What's that third pedal for?
I already do look at a standard like that. And I've had multiple lessons on how to drive one, and I'm still like, what is this?
Yeah.
You mean you want me to think about actually going somewhere while I have to think about using the clutch?
Yeah, it's like not only is every vehicle self-driving now, what is this standard thing? I have to drive it myself and I have to switch the gears?
Yeah, and somebody actually said, another Dan said gas-driven cars. He thinks they're going to be electric. So not only are people speculating self-driving cars and not being 5-speed anymore, but also not needing gas anymore.
Yeah. Cash came up as well. Tiffany suggested cash, 780-791-1037. Just like with the phone wallet already being a thing and you can like tap for things on your phone already. Not only are you getting rid of like plastic with a plastic debit card, but you're also just getting rid of bills and coins and everything. And you can just do it all digitally.
Yeah. And Alyssa actually said she doesn't even think we're going to have phones. And I mean, she thinks it's just going to be, a screen out of the corner of your eye you're going to be able to see, or maybe like a chip embedded in you. And I do feel like Google Glass came out with that, where you would wear glasses and it would just be scrolling on the side of your peripheral vision and you could look at it. So, I mean, at this point, 30 years from now, where will we be? What will be our thumbs are going to be in great condition because we won't be scrolling anymore.
I had such a heartbreaking experience at the grocery store yesterday, and it didn't have to do with the price of groceries going up either.
Okay, I was going to say, were they out of your favorite donut?
Yeah, no, everything inside the store was absolutely fantastic. As when I was coming back to my car and I was reaching for my keys in the parking lot, winds are blowing at 100 miles per hour. I have $5 in my pocket, pull out my keys, the 5 decides to drag along. Off in the wind it goes.
No. Okay, so did you chase it?
I tried. And first what happened, it fell out of my pocket and then it instantly went to the ground. And I was like, oh, I can get it. And then I took 2 steps forward and all of a sudden the wind was like, and then it took off like a little leaf and plane. And then it just started floating away. This is over in the Independent. If anyone was at the Independent yesterday at like 3 o'clock, probably saw me chasing after my $5 bill in the parking lot. But then I took like 2 or 3 steps and I just stood there and I just watched. And I just turned my head. I almost did like a full 180. That's how fast I went. I was just like, oh, there it goes. There goes a $5 bill that was just in my pocket. I could have bought some donuts or candy with that later.
Oh, that is so sad.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you took, in total 5 steps. And then you were just like, it's a helium balloon now. There's no way I can catch it. And I refuse for $5 to look like I'm sad.
Yeah, and picture this. Like the Independent parking lot. There's the parking lot, and then you can exit, and then there's the driveway at the back. You can turn left, and you go towards like the condos and the school, or you can turn right, and you go towards the gas station.
Yeah.
And so I get in my car. There's a good ending to this. And I get into my car and I start and I'm going left towards like the condos, and all of a sudden, what do I see stopped on the curb on the side of the road?
Kidding.
My $5 bill got hung up on the concrete. And so you know what I do? I throw my car in park. I put my four ways on. There's people around me. I hop out of my car. I run out, and you better be sure I got that $5 back.
That's 2 liters of gas, John. You needed it.
So there is a good to the end to it. Special guests in studio today, Lue and Akshaya from our council, Wood Buffalo. Thank you so much for joining us today. And major event coming up, the Buffy Awards.
Yeah, so also known as the Wood Buffalo Excellence in Arts Awards, this is our flagship event that we host once a year, and it's designed really to celebrate and recognize all of the contributions that artists have made in our region over the last year. It's kind of like the Oscars, but on a multidisciplinary scale.
And you had tons of nominations. They were open until June.
That's right.
Now we get to see all of these things revealed, right?
Yeah, that's right. This year we had a record number. We can't believe that it keeps going up and up every year, of 260 nominees. And they are all kind of adjudicated throughout the entire year. And then the award recipients are the ones that are announced on October 22nd at our awards showcase, which will be happening at SPCA.
And this is just the arts right here in our community. So everyone that's nominated could be like your neighbor type of thing, right?
100%. Yeah, this entire event is made by local artists for local artists, which is another kind of capacity building thing that Arts Council tries to do to raise their profile in the region.
And this isn't an exclusive event. Everybody can come and enjoy. But I hear that you have really good news. You are sold out.
Yeah, that's right. We have given away all of our tickets now. And so what we're doing is we're scrambling to involve Shaw Spotlight so that we can have a live stream available for people to watch at home.
Very cool. How could people tune into the live stream? Will that just be posted on socials or?
100%. It's super easy. You can go to our Arts Council Facebook or YouTube pages. And if you are a Shaw subscriber, you can also watch it on your TV.
And it is a costume party, right?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. It's the theme this year is Future Midnight. And so the idea is you can come dressed as like Star Wars or the Jetsons, or, I'm secretly really hoping that someone comes having aged themselves up 50 years. So it's a costume party. People can come to the event dressed up. And if you're watching at home, we hope that you will dress up and send us your photos on social media.
Yeah, actually, what are you most looking forward to with the Buffys coming up here?
I'm super excited for it to be back as a live event because the last 2 years we've had 2 cinematic experiences, which have also been really fun. But this is my first in-person Buffys with Arts Council of Buffalo too. So I'm just really excited to see everyone together and see the show come to life with all of the audience members there.
Lots of surprises for the Buffys happening October 22nd at SPCA. Very exciting. Thanks, Lue. Thanks, Akshaya, for joining us today. It is Wednesday, which means it's SPCA Pet of the Week Day.
Yeah, big thank you, Pet Value, Downtown Eagle Ridge, for making this happen. Misty, who did you bring along today?
So this week we have Lydia. She is our 11-month-old Shiba Inu cross. So she's quite the character. She's definitely got the puppy energy, but she's super smart. Like, she just amazes Kim, our care coordinator here, with how smart she is. She knows all of her commands. She loves to learn. She loves to play. Like, she's just been chasing everything around. So she's been keeping you guys pretty occupied for the first little bit of this morning. She's a smaller to medium-sized dog. I'll let you describe her.
Yeah, she definitely is playful. Just like you said, puppy energy right when she got in here. Probably not going to grow much bigger, hey?
No.
Yeah, in between kind of like shin height, I would say. And just beautiful. She has like these kind of like black brownish body, but then like white socks, white boots on it, and maybe a little like tail was dipped in white. She was
painting.
Yeah.
So if you like to paint, maybe she's your girl.
And she is just so loving. Oh my goodness.
And she walks great on a leash, which is fantastic. So overall, she's just great. I really like her. She rode great in the van up here last week. Frank was giving us a little bit of a story, I would like to say, but no, the whole way up she was so quiet. She's really good. So if anyone's looking for their new friend, Lydia may be your girl.
Oh man. And now tell us what else is going on at the SPCA right now.
So actually next month we are having our Paws in the Snow fundraiser. So we will be having that at East Village Pub. So that's we'll have a silent auction, a 50-50, and Craig Moritz is going to be playing. So if anyone wants to come out, grab your girlfriends, your friends, go out for a date night, that'll be great. We're also looking for silent auction items, so if you want to donate and you're a business, just reach out to us and we'd be happy to have you on board on our table.
Wonderful. It's crazy to think that next month you're doing an event called Paws in the Snow. I was like so taken aback by that.
Well, that's next month. I didn't say it. At least it's not this month, right? It's near the end of November. It's November 19th. So,
all right. We're crossing our fingers that that's when the snow shows up. Misty, thanks so much for joining us. SPCA Pet of the Week Day. You can go check out our Facebook page in a few minutes for a live video of Lydia being just so cute.
Want more of today's show?
Download the Mixed Mornings and More podcast.
Now available every weekday.